So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or, indeed, getting too comfortable.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Roberto Carlos gets rid without sophistication. Schmeichel gets it away. Spain have reclaimed it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now, can they get him away? And this is Cruyff. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's managed to gift it back. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Out again for a throw-in.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And Messi! It's a loose ball. And he's heaved it away. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Bebeto. Oh, that's well spotted. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Atletico Paranaense have a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Nedved. Cruyff. Xabi Alonso. Kaká. And the pass is intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Messi. Luis Suarez. That'll be a throw. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Marquinhos clears. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Maldini gets good distance on it. And he can clear it away. Kaká. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Elise. Nedved. Oh, that should go for a shot! Goal! Spain! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5, Suarez. Number
And we're
13,
underway again.
Xabi Alonso.
Atletico Paranaense really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Number 3,
Short changes him with that pass.
number 17,
Bale, very much a man of this moment. And he's found a way past. Now that looks a decent ball. Great ball, and he's in. And the finish! Really well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Atletico Paranaense grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, it's Bebeto. Bebeto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's not an especially good pass, that. Tries to play it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He can get that clear. Oh no, what has happened here? And that's definitely not his best. Looking for the run. Bebeto. He's having a shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Now it's Bale. Lam providing an outlet on that flank.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Marquinhos with the clearance. Atletico Paranaense have got it back, and they'll have another go. Pass is just off target. Atletico Paranaense do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now it's Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Atletico Paranaense really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's in a great position here. Nice interception, well timed.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Lam knocks it into space, and this is Bale. It's a throw-in.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 10, Messi. Coming on to replace him is...
Chance to deliver, and the keeper beats it away.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vieira. Ref referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
There aren't many defenders, Peter.
He's through, it's one-on-one! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of reactions, and he just attacked the danger.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And it's Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from Nedved! He's missed, but not by that far.
Nedved certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Nedved. That's going to go a long way. Olise absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Takes a shot! And he's there to clear it. He's had a shot! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Bale, that's a good ball out wide. And it's Inzaghi. And the pass is intercepted. Goes looking wide. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Messi. And he welcomes it in. Inzaghi! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's played into the middle. That's a decent clearance. And here's Cruyff. Out to the left it goes. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shapes to shoot! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Driving forward. And it's Cruyff. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. It's Inzaghi! He is world-class! Pippo Inzaghi! A finish of true class! And Atletico Paranaense take the lead! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, good-looking ball. Atletico Paranaense leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. That'll be a throw-in. Shot! And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. So your views on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Atletico Paranaense, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are back underway. Messi! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And Messi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that. And that could set him on his way. Inzaghi! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Substitution for France. Number 3, Alexander
Time
Arnold.
then for the first substitution of the game. A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, it's come loose. Cruyff. Chance here to counter. Koundé. France have it back and can go again. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's managed to get free. Messi! And how did he not make it 4?
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Atletico Paranaense with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. It's a mighty effort! Really well taken goal. Over the hills and far away. No catching them now. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Atletico goes for a shot! They've scored! And with that, he takes home the match ball.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
In comes the corner. Atletico Paranaense have the chance to go the other way. Couldn't squeeze it through. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Saka. He's having a hit! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Doué takes control of it and he's on the move. Messi. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And this is Inzaghi. Looking to play him in. He's in a great position here. And Messi! Oh, taken with style. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Kukçu. And it's Koundé.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And he's worked it through. No luck with that dink over the top. And he's running. Bale! Sticks it away! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly.
And there goes the final whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
It's Inzaghi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Filippo Inzaghi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Ribery. Pass is coming off in quick succession. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Nesta makes the interception. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Cruyff. He has found the way through. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse.
Tries a shot! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Ribery. Now it's Cruyff. He's found a way through. That's tidy. It's loose now and they want to get it back. This time surely. Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And Atletico Paranaense take the lead. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence.
It's Inzaghi! Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Bastoni has been sent off, just to confirm, it was a straight red.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
And it's Nedved. Wirtz absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, they could be caught out here. He's through and all alone. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Wirtz looking to run onto it. Batistuta! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Paris Saint-Germain really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Now it's Xabi Alonso. He's shifting through the gears here. It is a corner. Atletico Paranaense with the corner. They're first. Bullish header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Atletico Paranaense have their second corner now. Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, this is a great position. Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the pass is intercepted. Nedved. Now it's Ribery. Good ball. It's Inzaghi! He's done very well to get to that. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Give your support to our best
Atletico
players.
Paranaense are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 11, Filippo Inzaghi.
And we're off again.
Number 6, Johan Cruyff.
Nicked it
Number
back promptly.
13, Xabi Alonso.
Bale.
Coming on the field, number 7.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Number 17.
Lahm plays it. He rises!
Number
They've got to be
3.
quick to recover this.
Substitution in
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
And it's Bale. Aimed beyond the defence. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Nedved. Aimed beyond the defence.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
Yeah, he's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game, quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
Alonso. He's shifting through the... In he goes again! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Passing is crisp and sharp. Maldini. Atletico Paranaense leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Oh, no joy this time. Vieira. Nicely weighted ball. Look at the space. Yamal! It's anyone's ball now. Great chance! Cruyff. Looking to play him in. Vieira. Cruyff. And this is Luis Suarez. And that is expertly dealt with.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now that's well seen too. Rafinha. Showing great feet there. He can run onto that. And this is Lewandowski. Delivers with... Oh, what a climb! Well, that is remarkable.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Luis Suarez. Pau Kubasi gets it clear. It's a pretty loose pass. Has a look and plays it forward.
Oh, really well played.
He is through here. Rafinha. That is lovely. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Xabi Alonso receives it in a wide position. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
And the finish! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. An act of charity gratefully received.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Atletico Paranaense are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now that looks a decent ball. Not the most accurate pass. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. He's got away. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Quickly taken. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Cruyff. And he's managed to get free.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had...
And the shot! He scored! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are...
Takes a shot! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game.
And we hit half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Substitution on the field. Number 25, Jamal. Number 13, Rafinha. Number 8,
The second half then, just getting going.
Number 19,
Now it's Rafael Leao.
Number 9,
Vieira.
Frenkie de Jong. Coming on the field.
Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Messi. Number
A heavy challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Atletico Paranaense with the corner. They're first. Bullish header! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
He rises! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And it's Bale. Rafael Leao powering forward here. Balde going full steam ahead down the left flank. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Oh, good steal. He just read it.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Bale, he's found a way through. No, that's overhit. Pedri. Messi. Messi. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's shifting through the gears here. Good read, needed to be. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, they can break here. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Out of play for a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Can he get on the end of this? That's a nicely shaped ball. He is through. He tries a shot! Atletico Paranaense do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy.
Tries from a long way out. Throw in. Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Terrific header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Might be dangerous. There's the shot! And yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Lahm picks it up out wide. Lahm plays it in. Oh, smashing header! And he's quick to get it clear again. Nedved, and here's Messi.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Done delicately. Looking for options. Real chance! He has done it! And the comeback is complete! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Lahm. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's picked his way through. Aimed in towards the centre. Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Rafael Leao. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Played in deep. Atletico Paranaense with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And that has been knocked clear.
Atletico Paranaense really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Four added
Bale.
minutes has been indicated.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Bale's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Koundé. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Rafael Leao. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Now it's Messi. That's that, the end. Atletico Paranaense, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, if you judge a striker by his goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy has to be held in the highest regard.
He is a goal-scoring phenomenon.
Yeah, a real master who, when you think of his work, doesn't appear to have a weakness. As poachers go, he's supreme.
Messi. Now it's Cruyff. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. Vieira spots it and intercepts. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Cruyff. That's a nicely shaped ball. And Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Doué. Forlan. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Looking for options for movement. And that could set him on his way. Takes a shot! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And a chance! They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up.
Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
A case now of complete control.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Vieira. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And this is Luis Suarez! Raul. Now it's Mbappe. Vieira. Lenormand cuts out the pass. And he can clear it away. Bergomi is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now it's Cruyff. And he plays one through. Xabi Alonso looking to penetrate opposition lines. There's the shot! And we hit half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Atletico Paranaense absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Atletico Paranaense are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply.
Substitutions taking place.
Here we go again. Now it's Bale. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Atletico Paranaense do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Mbappe! Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Son Heung-min. And he shoots! Fantastic from Son Heung-min! He's got himself an absolute peach. Just cruising! They are cruising! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Applies the finish! The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Son Heung-min. Oh, some tackle that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Marquinhos. Now it's Raul. Tries to pass it through. And this is Bale. Atletico Paranaense still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Bale. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he won't...
It's Luis Suarez! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And we have our very first... And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Short changes him with that pass. Ribery going face-to-face with his great rival. Nesta cuts it out. Searching pass he's played there. Just the goalkeeper's a bit... Tries a shot! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that...
Applies the finish! Oh, it's hit the post! Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Has a look and plays it forward. Aimed beyond the defence. And that could set him on his way. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Bayer Leverkusen with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of... And he's let fly! Oh, he's been caught napping! Bergomi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Goes for goal! Oh, a very decent attempt. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Oh, nice touch. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Great vision. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has been cut short. Tries to pass it through. Look at the space. Oh, shooting chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That's really well cleared. That's a throw. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. It's Inzaghi! Oh, didn't catch it right. Belletti.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And he cuts out the supply. Ribery. Ribery. He is just caressing the ball. Ribery! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Rivaldo. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 11, Filippo Inzaghi. Number 20, Lilian Thuram. Number 6, Johan Cruyff. Coming on the field, number 7, Jan Koller. Number 3, Lahm. Number 17, Bale. Substitutions taking place.
That gets things going for the second half.
Atletico Paranaense can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Van Balten gets over and intercepts. Nedved. Atletico Paranaense come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
He is through here. Robertson. Hit into the middle. Cleared away.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now. Threads one in, and this is Bale. He's found a way through. Looking to play him in. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I think it's good he took the...
Big header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Adams. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Atletico Paranaense are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Owen has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Bayer Leverkusen have their third corner. Bullish header! Harmlessly behind. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Cleared without complication. Time and again they are repelled.
Atletico Paranaense really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Out of play for a throw.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 9, Ribery. Number 13, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field,
Just a
number
quarter of
10,
an hour to play.
Messi. Number 21, Guti. Substitution
That's a
in
cute
progress.
ball. Well read, nice interception.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
He's on it, can he get away? Has a shot!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
A decent chance! Oh, taken with style. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Danger averted for now. Well, they've got it again. Looking for options for movement. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, super ball. Chance, surely! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Takes a shot! And here's Cruyff. Knocks it into space. Pedri. Belletti. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! Always going over the top.
Unsurprisingly, he's been quick to apologise. If you lean backwards, the results are normally high and wide.
Belletti. Wriggles his way through. Ball is over the line. Pass somewhat off target. Drogba. A probing pass. But they've got it again. Neither side yet able to find the net. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Cruyff. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Can he get it through? Now here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And the finish! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Barcelona are in front. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And this is Messi. Cruyff. That's a good ball. Bernardo Silva. And it's Messi. Vieira. Bergomi. Atletico Paranaense finding their passes. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vieira wins the duel this time. Filippo Inzaghi. Pedri can see things others simply cannot. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Mbappe. Mateus. And again. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 11, Filippo Inzaghi.
Here we go again.
Number 15.
Atletico Paranaense can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 7, Jan Koller. Number 3,
He's on it. Can he get away?
19.
Tries a shot! And he hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
50 minutes is
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Messi. Pedri.
Atletico Paranaense have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vinicius Junior. And this is Messi. And no, that was never going to make it. Atletico Paranaense still have the cards to affect this game. Drogba. No, it's come to nothing. Nesta. And it's Messi. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ferdinand. Now it's Messi. Just about up to 75 minutes. Tries to play it through. Bale! Oh, should have put that away.
Bale has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 10.
We have got changes
Messi.
here from both
Coming
sides,
on
in
the
fact.
field is number 9, Ribery. Substitutions taking place.
Quality ball. Now it's Haaland. Barcelona couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing.
Atletico Paranaense really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Here's found the way through. Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
There will be
Atletico
3 minutes
Paranaense
added time.
really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Great vision. And he welcomes it in. Now, can he find a finish? And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. How would you sum up what we've witnessed? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well read, and the danger is averted. Cruyff goes steaming forward. And here's Nedved. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, that's a key interception. Atletico Paranaense so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Jordan Henderson. Nedved.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Nedved. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Jordan Henderson. Rijkaard, a player who needs no introduction. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here. Shot a goal! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Cruyff really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Nedved looking for the run. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, robust challenge. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Atletico Paranaense clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, super ball. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter...
Nedved!
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number
Atletico
23,
Paranaense with the corner. They're first.
Coming on the field is number 6, Adams.
Danger averted for now. Neymar. Xavi Alonso.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Long ball upfield. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Lively make his way to the information centre. Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 9, Batistuta.
So off we go once more.
Atletico Paranaense have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And that's been won straight back. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Mbappe! Oh, that's fabulous. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now it's Cruyff. He's through here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Atletico Paranaense clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Great chance! He has done it! First blood drawn. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined.
And the shot! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Atletico Paranaense grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Van Nistelrooy. Rijkaard. It's a loose ball. Cleared away. Xabi Alonso, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that was vital. Atletico Paranaense do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Atletico Paranaense clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now this could be a chance. Shoots! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 7, Hazard. Coming on to replace him is number 13, Park
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Henderson with the clearance. Collar! The final 5 minutes. This might spell danger.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Ribéry. Now it's Messi. Park Ji-sung. Maldini makes the interception. And it's Messi. And here's Ribéry. Collar. So that's it. It is all over. Atletico Paranaense perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Your reflections then, Jim?
Atletico Paranaense just didn't have enough time, Peter, to correct their many problems in this match. Now for some training ground graft.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Marquis.
It's Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! He just has something!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And there's a searching pass. And he's straight offside. Can he get on the end of this? Cruyff. Vieira. And this is Luis Suarez. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Cruyff. He's got away. Cruyff with the cross. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Could move up a gear here. Atletico Paranaense leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Timber. Pele! Superb from Pele! A finish of true class. AC Milan are all square. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Quality ball. Oh, what a ball! Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And he cuts out the supply. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Guardiola. Played out to the right. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And here's Haaland. And he's there to get it away. Nicked it back promptly. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, he's found support out wide. Keeper's dealt with that. Big chance! It's in! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
The goal scorer for Milan after 44 minutes is number 10.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
Has been indicated.
Now it's Messi. And he's worked it through. And this is Cruyff. And there's the end of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Just a quick
And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense, number 5, Suarez.
And the second half gets underway.
Johan Cruyff.
Atletico Paranaense can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Lahm takes control of it and he's on the move.
Number 3,
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Chance for a shot! Brilliant from Pele! A finish right from the top draw. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Here comes the cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Atletico Paranaense perhaps contemplating their next change here. And Messi! It's a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Atletico Paranaense get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Collar dominates aerially so often. And it's Lam. Oh, he's bustling through here.
Atletico Paranaense really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Messi! Oh, he's hit the bar! Mohamed Salah.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Batistuta. Pass is just off target. He could be in here. Referee has just said play on. Atletico Paranaense are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And this is Bale. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Atletico Paranaense played more than a part in what has been a very... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Now it's Batistuta. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Roberto Carlos. He's picked his way through. And the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Can he spark a counter here? Gets to show off his quick feet. Messi. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his just beautiful, beautiful passing.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Messi. Looking to play him in. And this is Cruyff. Now this could be a chance. Chance! Iniesta. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. That is good pressure. Just hounded him off it. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's had a shot! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
2 minutes is number 5, Luis Suarez.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, played right into his path. He has found the way through. It's Luis Suarez! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Xavi Alonso. Now it's Messi. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Barcelona have Iniesta! Decent enough try.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Nedved. He's through here. There's no flag. And there is the half-time whistle. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Atletico Paranaense leading 1-0 at the break. And the shot! And it's in! They have to it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be...
Goes for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Forlan duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that is exemplary defending.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Nesta cannot be beaten that easily. Now it's Luis Suarez. That's been slipped through. Cruyff is flagged offside. Xavi Alonso, and this is Cruyff. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's Iniesta! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is...
Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Substitution.
Atletico Paranaense choosing to make the first change. Atletico Paranaense get themselves back into contention.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Oh, easy pickings there. Barcelona ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, the ball's gone astray.
There will be 5
Atletico
minutes
Paranaense
added time.
really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And this is Batistuta. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nedved. Koller. That's that, the end. Atletico Paranaense can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off.